you, Ting, for giving the talk. So I'm going to talk about the rest of this presentation here. So I'm another student of Tomokoto. My name is Jijia Tang. And I'm glad to present this work. So I already presented this work in the last ASIAA AGN workshop in Kagoshima. And I'm here to present the final result of this work. So we are going to show that we found a very special quasar in the high redshift universe. So this is a brief introduction of our motivation. So because of the time limit, I'm going to just focus on the supermassive black hole growth of this work. And there's also another part about metallicity part, but it is shown in the poster and posted outside. So you can feel free to check it if you're interested. So for the supermassive black hole growth, we all know that there's a supermassive black hole in the center of the galaxy, and if we find a quasar in the high redshift universe, then we can constrain how fast supermassive black hole can grow. So far the limit is like we can grow to a 10 to 9 solar mass in a 0.9 gigayear. And here is a list of quasars that now we have in the high redshift universe. And you can see there are approximately hundreds of quasars at redshift larger than 6 and only like 15 at redshift 6.5. And you require a near-infrared spectrum, observe near-infrared spectrum to calculate the supermassive black hole mass. And there are 12 quasars here. And you can see this one is lack of the near-infrared spectrum in literature. So we are going to focus on this quasar that does not have near-infrared spectrum in the past. So here is a genius spectrum, and this is corresponding to restaurant UV. And you can initially see that the spectral slope here is a little bit strange compared to all other high redshift quasars. So these are the typical slope, showing red here, and this is some theoretical prediction. So I'll come to this point later. So first, I'm going to show how I estimate the supermassive black hole mass. We fit the magnesium 2 line, and we consider the iron 2 pseudo continuum component and also like Bohner continuum. And by measuring this Broad maximum of the magnesium 2 line profile and calculate the continuum luminosity, we can obtain the black hole mass. So this is a figure I think the previous presenter had already showed this figure. Here is that from literature, the black hole mass versus the bolometric luminosity. And here is the 1:n ratio of this of light. So, and you can see our target here is relatively low supermassive black hole mass, but in a high super luminosity. But we know that this method is from some simple character factor in Chanel to scale the bolometric luminosity. And we're going to present another way to calculate the superintendent ratio of this quasar. Okay, so back to the continuous slope. We can see clearly that the slope here is very blue. So there's a theoretical prediction of the slope, which is minus 2.33 in magenta color here. And most of the quasar is probably redder than this continuous slope because probably they have some dust. But we are seeing a very blue one, and we wonder how could this happen. Here is also another one to show the comparison between the slope and the bolometric luminosity. And you can see this quasar is very blue compared to all the other quasar in the literature. So how come we can have such a blue slope? So we try to reach to some theorists and ask them whether they can reproduce this kind of slope from the theory. So yeah, and those theorist guys say, okay, sure, they can do the job. And this is the first result they come out with. And because they have found some example in the low redshift universe that some quasars show, some AGNs show soft X-ray component from the thin disk. So they first fit it with by considering the thin disk and 2 components of X-ray. And this is the observed near-infrared slope we see in this quasar. and they can produce a well fit, but they later come out that this is not realistic because the soft X-ray component here is coming out from the black body emission instead of the disk black body that is supposed to be the case for the soft X-ray component. So they come back to the standard in-basic model and then fit the slope. And if they allow their fit to extend to its natural radius, then they come out with this dashed line you can see here. So these two lines are the difference between the no black hole spin and the highest black hole spin. So they allow some possibilities in this range. But you can see if you allow the outer radius to extend to the very outside, then you cannot produce a well fit. So they manually cut the outer radius to a very small radius, like only 1/10 of the original outer radius, and then they can well fit this slope. So their explanation is that you see a diagram, you see a schematic diagram here, and their explanation is that we are not looking at the entire disk, but rather we are just looking at the very inner part of this and with some very special angle, so that we can only see a very small disk in the center, and that produce this very blue continuous slope. So, what does this imply for our understanding of the universe? So this is probably one of the very first evidence of a very super Eddington accretion, and because in the low redshift universe, we do not see such a blue spectrum for other low redshift AGN, and by considering this is a very extreme case, then it's very likely for this quasar to have very high black hole spin. And this kind of high black hole spin produce an opportunity to study the evolution in the supermassive black hole growth, and also this high black hole spin may result in a jet that we can see. Also, this kind of rare source is probably not considered in a contribution to reionization epoch. So if we try to figure out how many kind of this target in the universe, then we may change some idea about how we reunionize the universe. So here is my conclusion of this work. So there are more about the metallicity of this quasar, but yeah, we don't have time to talk about this, and feel free to check my poster 34. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so I'm not sure how we're going to do this. Questions for Team or Jijia? Luis? You have to say when you want to ask your questions.
I'm going to ask the last speaker.
Yes.
Your black hole mass may be even smaller than you indicated. You have to be should be aware that the radius luminosity relationship may be dependent on Eddington ratio. And so the old calibration by Shenyue was in 2008, and that was probably based on Misty Benz's whoever's earlier RL relation. The latest RL relations are by Tupu from the Beijing reverberation mapping group.
Yes.
And at a fixed luminosity, R may be lower by a factor of a few. Yeah. So your black hole mass may in fact be even smaller, and the Eddington ratio would be even larger.
Yes, true. So sorry, I found that I forgot to mention about this, the Eddington ratio part. So under their fitting, they result with the Eddington ratio from 9 to 44. So yeah, but this is still around the same black hole mass. Like from the black hole mass relation is from Metzger, but we also passed down Wu's latest paper in last year, and both produce consistent black hole mass around 10 to 8.
Those do not take into account the latest radius luminosity relation, which is Eddington ratio dependent.
Okay.
So in particular, the radius would be systematically lower, and therefore your virial mass should be is also even lower than indicated by your current estimate.
Yes, thank you.
Any more questions? In the back.
Yes, just comment on you mentioned the radio jet, something wrong, right? You have a spin high, but I think the theoretical point is still open question. It's the super electron, even the subtle amount of the flux can be fall into the black hole with the 3Gs. We don't know yet the highly reactive jet can be formed. So it's still open question. And also I think that my understanding is that there is some anti-correlation between the radio loudness in the electron ratio, something so. If lower can be the more higher radioactivity. So this is the inbound correlation. So I'm wondering this is real occurrence. Okay. So then probably the survey of the radio is important to broad that is kind of stuff. Yes.
Yeah, thanks for your comments.
If there is no any more question, let's thank Dini and Jijia again.